Things like this only can be done when you're an alien on the floor.
Wembanyama on top of the defender.
Now, to get things straight, we're talking about Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs. And trust and believe, it's not normal for a 7'4" guy to put the ball on the deck like a guard, push through a 6'10" big like he's not even there, and then punch it over the top like it's nothing.
Wembanyama! That is ridiculous!
Yeah, this is what you get from Wemby when he steps on the court. And that's just the start of everything, because with his playstyle stretching the idea of what's possible in the NBA, Wemby will make guys fly at him to stop the three-pointer, only to then use the up fake into a step back for pure money. And then if he wants to flip things and take away a shot, well, when you think you may be able to send one up from deep yourself, he shows you it's not actually that easy. Now listen, all of this is what helps San Antonio have the number 2 seed in the Western Conference at the moment, and on any given night, Wemby will deliver something that makes you sit up in your seat and say, how is this even possible? And wait, things get even more interesting. Wemby is only playing 29 minutes per game, which ranks him at 82nd in the league with minutes played per game this season. Now that is mainly due to him being on minutes restriction because of an injury and the Spurs wanting to play it safe. And it's that impact he has on the floor when he's out there in his limited time that makes him so special. Not only is Wemby averaging 24 points and 11 rebounds on 51% shooting from the field and 36% from deep, as he also holds a plus minus of 7.6 when he's on the floor. I mean, think about it. When you look around the league, you don't see a guy who can practically do everything on the floor at his size with the mentality he has. Wemby doesn't just want to be a good player, he wants to be one of the greats to play the game, while also bringing his team up with him. Usually when you see great players, it's mainly just offense that lifts their game to a certain level, but that's not the case with Wembanyama. He's a guy who will make you hesitate on a 3-point shot when you're open due to his length, and then when guys choose to not shoot, he can be ready to defend the drive quickly, and once they say, hey, I'm just gonna send it up, it simply gets sent back down. See, things are different when Wemby's on the floor, as he won't be in your view all the time when you decide to go up, and then soon enough, you'll realize that you just can't escape him. Like, take this for an example. When flag attacks downhill, Wemby is on the opposite side of the paint. And most of the time, this means you'll be able to take your defender one-on-one to the basket. With Flag feeling confident in his matchup, he pushes right at Barnes to get this one up, and out of nowhere comes Wemby to send this off the glass. Plays like that show you his awareness and tracking ability. Offensive players will often think they use the perfect move to avoid getting blocked, but it's that wingspan of 8 feet that allows him to still reach out and stuff defenders at the last second. I mean, you tell me, wouldn't you think you have an open shot over your defender right here? Because if you ask me, I would assume so. But then you're quickly mistaken as he grabs it out the air.
He's blocked by Wembanyama.
When you know he's coming, so you decide to put it up high, you would be confident that he can't block it. But nope, he still has access. And just when you use your finesse moves to work your way into a finger roll, he shows you that he will always be there to make you second guess what you just did. When you watch Wemby navigate the floor defensively, you quickly start to notice that there's not a shot he can't block, a player he can't stand his ground with, and there's not a single time when he's so out of position where defenders can easily get to the basket. His impact is heavily felt, as sometimes guys won't even take shots at the rim because he's there, and when you have a guy who can change the outcome of possessions like this on a normal basis, that energy leads right into the offensive end where he can make the defense pay.
Castle gives it right back to him. Victor for 3.
Sometimes it'll lead into a 3, and other times when he does get the block when it seems like he's slightly out the play, it'll turn into him running the floor hard to receive it to go slam it through.
And then Wemby on this ridiculousness.
This here is honestly ridiculous, and it jumpstarts his entire offensive game. And that offensive game of Victor's is highly versatile. Whatever the team needs him to do is well within his skill set, and he destroys defenses time and time again with the way he can go score. For example, teams don't just want to give him a wide open 3, so there's times where 2 defenders will run out hard to him without communicating. This now presents an opportunity where Wemby can send it right over to the open man, and now since Williams flew by, this creates an angle for Wemby to go straight to the basket. Chet has no other option but to play this middle ground, which is dangerous because it could result in a wide open 3 right here, and with practically no one on the backside able to affect Victor on the cut, this give and go connection is just seamless. Now that right there was how you can score in the most simplest form. But hey, say he wants to take it up a notch, well, Wemby can use that handle to start mixing up Gobert, and once he actually gets to a spot, he can fake out Rudy with that up fake, and then step through to make things just look easy. When he does things like that, it alerts other teams to send multiple bodies at him so he can't get to a spot on the floor so easily, but let's just keep it real. He can just pull up over the top of both defenders like he doesn't even see them, and when defenses aren't in front of him at all, that's when he can pull some tricks out the bag. Yeah, a one-leg pull-up from deep is absurd from someone his size. And it further shows you that no matter where he's at on the floor, he can make your defense pay for leaving him uncovered. having a guy who can score the ball at will is something you need to be able to go deep in the playoffs and win games. And if you were trading for the Spurs like I did when they played Golden State, you would have won big on Polymarket. With the Spurs going down, it was the perfect time to trade in when it was 63 to 76 for the Spurs at 46% odds. Now I know the Spurs like to turn it up in the fourth quarter, and the game swung in the Spurs' favor as they had a 71% true shooting percentage opposed to the Warriors' 46.8%. And this directly led to them taking the lead at 109 to 99 for me to cash out big at 92% odds for a 200% profit. To get in on the action in all 50 states, make sure you download the app from the link in my description to get at the top of the waitlist. Now, when diving deeper into why Wemby is an unstoppable force on the court, we have to lean into him being able to bend the game to his liking and making things easier for his teammates. For example, when guys drop to the paint and are met by 2 defenders or more, they don't have to worry about forcing up a bad shot or if they can even get the pass over the defenders in the perfect place for their big man. As when you have Wemby, you can just throw it up in a place where no one will contest him, which takes the stress right off your plate. At times, it'll seem like there's no real opportunity on the floor since the defense hustles back to get in front, but if Victor's uncovered, you can just throw it up to him and this leads to an and one.
Oh my gosh. Look out. Foul on Brown. Just throw it to the rim and Wembanyama will get it.
Yeah, as the announcer said, just throw it up to the rim and Wembanyama will get it. And that right there is why life is so easy for guys when they're on the court with him. And then for the times where it's Wemby creating for himself, well, he's making defenders look like they're levels below him. Like you would assume that the closer a defender is, that it would make Wemby think twice about taking a shot. But no, he just launches it over the top for the and one.
Jazz are just 7 of 18 from downtown.
And trust me, I'm being serious. 7-footers will be right in front of him, but it doesn't matter at all. And then even from 30 feet out from the break, he shows all of us that he has supreme confidence.
Wembanyama wants it from the logo.
Furthermore, when Wemby catches the ball and he isn't looking to shoot, he's not afraid to go right into the defender's chest and put it through the rim despite all the contact. I know a lot of guys in the league and even fans figure that if you give him more contact and play physical, that this would limit his ability to be effective. But honestly, as you can see, Wemby has no problem fighting through contact or initiating it to go get a bucket. In every which way possible, Wemby can find his way to get to his spots on the floor, whether that be getting inside, getting to the mid-range, or from the outside. And this is why he may soon be the face of the league. Because although his offensive and defensive game make him a threat, it's his mentality that takes him to another level and his ability to be a great teammate as well. Listen, there's skill sets that we need to dive deeper into of his game, so click this video here, or if you want to see an analysis over one of his upcoming star teammates, click on this video here. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload.